So you have to excuse me on that. So I'm really hard of hearing right now. Um, okay, but I'm here.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to listen, but my ears are really messed up.
I don't know where to start. Uh, Pro Garden, do you have something to ask Dawn?
Yeah, I
Do what
do.
now?
What was that really bad smell? What was your coworker smelling in there that day? Why don't you explain that to me? To him. Tell him about it with the mud. Tell him it was the mud.
That's pretty funny.
Did that not happen, Donald?
Do
Did it
what?
not? Did it not happen? Tell me. Did it happen or it didn't?
I,
Truthfully, come
why are you
on. Tell the truth.
tripping? Oh my gosh.
I'm tripping, man,
Tell the
because you need to
truth.
tell the truth. You need to tell the truth.
I've always told
Yes.
the truth.
No,
I've
you
always
haven't.
told the truth from day
You
one.
haven't. You've been lying about that. You said it didn't happen, and it did. You know it did.
Lying about.
Why would you lie?
Well, I never said it did. Oh,
Okay.
gosh, damn, man. Whoa.
Well, hey, Dawn, thank you for coming
Yeah,
up, though.
yeah, no
And thank you for
problem.
telling
No
the
problem.
truth.
Yeah. I work with drywall mud every day of my life. You mix a lot of mud and, the water that I use, to clean up tools and stuff. That water gets kind of nasty, and drywall mud it goes rotten fast.
Mm-hmm.
That was my wife, by the way. So was nobody else on the job that day. That was my wife saying, "What does that
That wasn't.
smell?" Because
That
she's
was
not
not
too
your
familiar
wife.
with
That
it.
was not your wife. No, it wasn't. It was not Candace. It was a man.
Oh,
It was, and you told me it was a buddy of yours. He came over to talk with you. I was going to hang up the phone.
oh, okay.
It was a man. It was a man, Donald, one of your coworkers, because you told me it
Well,
was.
whoever it was, I don't. Okay, I don't know.
You're just saying you're just saying
It's a
it was
dumb
nothing.
point. It's
It wasn't
Okay.
it's really a
Okay.
dumb point to argue anyway.
I don't want to get Dawn upset at the very beginning here and he just leave,
Oh, I'm
because he
not
was
upset. I'm not
um
upset. I'm just
but
trying to
no, you're
explain
just
what.
saying that
I mean, I
you're
was
just saying
there that day.
so you're
and
just
so was
Yeah,
saying
I
I
that.
on
was
the
there that
phone.
day. I remember.
Okay, so you're saying it was just mud, mud.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, the water. You get in when you're finishing drywall, you got you get 2 or 3 buckets of water to clean your tools with, and you got to thin your mud down to depending on what you're doing, whether you're taping or uh first coat, second coat, or skimming or whatever. You got to thin it down to a certain level depending on what you're doing. And that mud, it tends to get rotten real fast, and it does stink. You got to change that water out, you know.
Smells like
But
death.
sometimes, you don't have access. It stinks.
Okay. Thank you, Sunny D and Mandy S for your super chats. Sunny D says, "I'm sorry, Prayer Garden, but I'm not buying this." I don't know what she means, like specifically by that. And then the other chat asked Dawn, they asked what happened to Summer. I mean, that's just the question. I'm not like trying to be rude or anything. I'm just
I'm not
saying,
trying
has
to
Yeah,
be
she?
rude.
you know what? Hey, if we knew what happened to Summer, we would be all over their ass and we'd have her back, right? You know what I mean? If we knew where she was, she would be in my arms right now, and I'd be giving her big hugs and loves and everything else. If I could ever know, only God knows where she's at, because Lord knows,
God does know
we've
where
all
she's
been
at.
trying to figure out what happened to her.
God does know where
Huh?
she's at.
Okay.
And you know what? And
Yeah,
he
he's the
also
only
knows who's
one though.
guilty. He also knows who's guilty.
Who's who's guilty?
He knows.
She's saying
Well,
God
yeah,
knows.
he does know. Yeah, he
Hey,
knows who's guilty. That's right.
That's right.
hey, Dawn. So
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Some people in chat are saying that you bought Prayer Garden a car. Is that true?
A car? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. I mean, I think
BMW
she's got her own
specific.
cars and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, man. We're all just human beings, trying to live in this world. It's tough,
Yeah, and
for
why don't you clear
everybody.
up? Why don't you clear up? Was we anything more than friends? Was me and you anything more than friends? Speak it up there,
No,
Donald. That's right. We weren't.
no,
But then people's coming
we
out here
were
saying we
friends.
was.
Yeah.
Nothing but friends.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Well, I thought we were friends.
I didn't
I mean,
in
I
no
don't know
way,
what
form, or
happened.
how. What happened was I got
I
tired
mean,
of the
we're all
lies,
supposed to be friends.
especially when you said you didn't know
What
Baltimore
lies?
and Jody Sue, and you did. You knew them the whole time, and you told me you didn't. You told me you went over there, and you said even suspected.
I didn't know who.
Man, well, I not sure.
Jody
Who?
Sue. Jody Sue
Jody
and
Sue's husband.
Oh, I don't
no,
know
this
them.
year.
I really don't know them. Huh?
you don't know?
Like
You
I
don't
said,
know
I'm
Jody
sorry.
Sue?
I have a real. I had a really bad ear infection. I got a broken eardrum, so I'm sorry and I apologize. I'm trying to hear. I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry.
How did you get your eardrum broken?
I can't hardly hear right now. I had a bad ear infection. It broke the eardrum on my left ear.
Yeah.
And my
She
other
was
ear is messed
she
up
was just
too.
asking. Dawn, she was just asking. Well, she was saying that you know Jody Sue, but you're saying you didn't know Jody Sue?
Well, she's our neighbor. Okay, yeah. Okay, she's our neighbor. She's the next hill over from us. But I don't know her, no. She's our neighbor. I mean, we've talked time to time, but I don't know her, no.
So
I
you
really
guys
don't
never
know what she's about. I don't know, We've talked from time to time, here and there.
Okay.
No.
So did you guys
You
guys weren't friends? You didn't hang out, like your wife and her didn't hang out?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, before I got involved with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, I worked 7 days a week from sunup to sundown to support my family. And when I decided, that my kids and I, myself, we need to be in that church on the Sabbath day, which is Saturday. It says I want my kids to learn, what the biblical Sabbath is all about and everything. I got involved with that church and got my kids in there, and so I started taking Saturday off just for that reason only.
Okay.
Because I want my kids to understand,
Right. So there's a question for you, Dawn. A super chat. Thank you, Dakota Ray and KP Baz for the super chats. Dakota wants to ask you, Dawn, did Prayer Garden ask you to leave Candace and move in?
Not that I'm aware of anywhere.
Okay. So she never asked you to move in?
I don't know where all that come from either.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big rumor going around, that there was somebody that you were supposed to.
Yeah, there's so much going around.
There was somebody that somebody, I don't know if it was, people are saying it was Prayer Garden, or Sissy, that you were supposed to, you were supposedly going around saying you were going to move in with, like when you would get mad at your wife or whatever.
No.
No. KP Bass says that your baby girl deserves peace. Let's see here.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Did Awaken Your Senses wants to know, did Prayer Garden ever suggest more than friendship?
No, I mean, you know, she was originally, she was trying to help me out, and she helped me out a lot, and she did. But I think, you know, I don't know exactly what happened. You know, the whole YouTube scene. It always gets out of hand. Everybody seems to get wrapped up in it and self-absorbed, and I've done it myself. You know, and all I can say is, you know, I wish we could all come together for the purpose of common good, and maybe we can all work together to find my daughter and maybe some other missing children, because there's so many missing children. It's unbelievable. It's crazy how many. Well, there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the United States these days. Brought up that our forefathers, you know, good Christian people made this country into. Our country's falling apart, and
Yeah.
it's getting
Can you
bad.
so
We all need to.
Yeah, I can you tell us your favorite memory of summer?
Yeah, I mean, just being in that church with her together, and her going around and loving everybody like she did. You know, and she always looked up to women that were of higher, you know, like Robin, or anytime she's seen a woman that was, you know, like,
Beautiful, highly
you know,
educated.
how the word I'm trying to look, yeah, more highly educated or prominent, or you know, like that. She would just want to be like them, you know. And I thought it was really cool. So she felt connected, and she wanted to be like these women, you know. And I just, that was so cool, you know.
Okay.
So
Crystal
yeah.
Crystal Sim says, and thank you, Crystal. Says Dawn, how do you now not know Jody Sue when you said I seen my neighbor looking? My neighbor heard the scream. Also, how well and how long have you known her and her husband? How long have they lived there?
Well, I mean, we've seen them from time to time here and there. And I'm just going by what she said when she heard the scream. That's what she says. I don't know that. I was at work. I wasn't here. You know, um, I would, you know, the car I was driving, my phone, tells that story. The people
Timeline
I
ain't
work
working out
with
for
that I
y'all.
talk to all day, you know, I worked with several people that day. You know, I talked to my big boss, and other coworkers that I was with that day, seeing me there all day, you know. And if my phone and my Subaru didn't say any different than my story, I'd be in jail right now. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean,
hey Dawn, do you know somebody named Jenna?
Jenna, only when she contacted my wife on Facebook, and I've talked to her here and there, but nothing very serious.
She's wanting to come up. Is that okay? She's not gonna.
Well,
I asked
yeah,
her.
I mean, that's fine.
I just,
go ahead.
you know,
It's your show.
I know, but I say that because I don't want to, this is the first time we've been able to talk to
Out of
you,
respect, thank you. No,
and I
that's
don't want
cool.
to
Thank you.
bombard you. I don't want to bombard you. So
No, that's cool.
there's
Well, I
Jenna,
appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
because you're only going to talk if people are,
Right.
treat you with respect. Like, you're not going to come up here if we attack you. And if we want answers, we can't attack you. You know what I mean? But Brandon says, was Dawn home at 3 p.m. the day Summer went missing? Were you home at 3 p.m.
No.
the day Summer went missing?
No.
How late did you
No.
work that night?
No.
Done.
What's that now?
How late did you work that night?
What was? I was, I'm kind of confused on that because I thought it was like 5:30.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure because I know it was like at 5:30 or so. Because I stayed late because Candace was doing something. She said she was getting prescriptions. She was busy, and I thought, well, I might as well just stay and try to get more done in the house I was working on. Because the more you get done, the more you get paid. But
yeah,
I mean, I was at work talking to a coworker.
So you think it was well past? Well, like at least a couple hours past 3 is what you're saying?
Yeah, it was after 5:30. I mean, when I got the call, I think I got the call at. See, I can't remember now. It was either 5:30 or 6:30. I can't remember now. It's been a while.
Okay.
Hey, Don.
I mean, we had the 911 calls on our phones. Hey.
I'm also writing down people's questions.
TBI wiped them out.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Jenna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Don.
Hey.
Your wife messaged me and said that you was at home in a 3 o'clock hour, and I have that as evidence. She did not want nobody to know you was at home.
That's not true. How could she message you that if that's not the case?
Do you have?
I mean, why would she say something?
Precisely, and that's what I've been telling you, Donald.
Can you show the proof?
Why don't you tell on Candace?
I don't.
Why don't you come out and tell on her?
Here's.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, the thing of it is my phone and my Subaru is proof positive as to where I was. Plus, my boss and my co-workers. Well, I'll tell you, that's like 4 witnesses.
Well, you know me, right? You know me and Candace talked every day, all day.
Yeah, I've talked to you quite a bit.
Yeah, we talked all the time.
Myself.
Exactly.
I think you got that confused with a different day.
No, it was after I came on Ziggy's panel. Because remember, I called and asked you both before I went on Ziggy's panel that night. I asked you both, who did y'all get close to that was on Ziggy's panel? And she said that was Sissy. So she was sending me messages that Sissy had sent her because I've seen, you know for a fact that I've seen you and Candace get into plenty of arguments about Sissy. And you told Candace you was leaving.
Yeah. What?
You told Candace you was leaving her for Sissy.
No. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. That's what. No, it's not hilarious.
I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I might have said I was leaving out the door for a while to cool down or something like that, but that'd be the most of it.
Don, you sitting here lying,
I'm not
buddy.
gonna leave.
Okay.
Why would I lie? I have no reason.
You're lying.
All right. Well, he's saying, let's just, know, I have a few questions from people and they super chatted to ask him, so I don't want to like piss him off where he leaves. But
no, you're good.
He's saying
Ronald's not going nowhere. That's right. He's not going nowhere. He's going to stay right up here.
I know. I mean, I will say Jenna did show a screenshot where Candace was asking. I'd have to find it, but she was asking Jenna if, hey, did you tell everybody that Dawn got off work at 3, and Candace seemed really concerned about that. About, this whole question of like what time you got off work.
Well,
And
Do you
now
have-
I've got Benny threatening me. He's texting my phone
No.
right now. How did he get my number, Don?
he asked me for it.
Why did
Jenny?
you give
I don't
him
know
my
your
number,
Jenny.
Don?
I don't have your number.
Candace has
I
my
don't even have
number.
your number.
Candace has my number.
Yeah, Candace might have it, but that might be Candace, not me. I don't know nothing about that.
So he's texting you now, Jenna?
Yeah, he's texting me now, and I can send you proof of it.
Because it was through Facebook.
Exactly. He was messaging me. I sent you everything he sent me on Messenger. When I got off live last night, I sent you everything. Now he's texting my phone.
Oh, did you go on the labs? You went on the labs channel?
No, I didn't go on the Labs channel.
Oh, I thought you just said the lab. Oh, you said
No,
the
last night after I went on that live with Tiffany,
Oh, okay.
he
right.
was messaging me,
Look.
and I sent you every screenshot of that. Now he is messaging my phone.
Ziggy.
Yeah.
Donald's talking about he gave my number. He gave my number to Benny Keys.
Yeah.
Remember I told you a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I give.
Yes.
Right.
It was my number.
Right. I don't know Jenna's number. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we have a few questions.
Hold on. So you got Benny
Okay.
Keys threatening me, Donald? Why would you have Benny Keys threatening me?
No,
That's not
I
nice.
don't.
Well, could you tell him to please
I
stop?
don't have him threatening you.
No, he's threatening me.
I
Can you tell him to stop?
can't control Benny Keys. Benny
Well,
Keys is his own man. I can't tell him what to do.
Well, law enforcement will handle it. I tell you that.
Well, obviously,
Benny's going to
you
get
know,
himself in trouble. with all
obviously
that.
he thinks it's okay with you to be doing this.
Everybody,
And yes, you can. Yes, you can.
there's nothing
tell him to stop.
okay.
You talk to him,
Okay.
so you need to
Well,
tell
I
him
can
to quit.
ask him. All I can do is
Yeah.
ask.
And I appreciate that.
This is all so out of hand. This is all way out of hand, y'all.
No, what's
We
so
need to
all
come
out of hand?
together,
You come
man.
together. When have I seen you cry for your children?
Not
No.
ever.
I have a bunch of questions that people want to ask him. I'm writing down everybody's questions that's sending a super chat because I don't want you guys to, think I'm forgetting about you. So the first question, hey Dawn, can you hear me? Dawn. Looks like he's frozen. See, I needed to get these questions out of it. I don't want to upset him because
He'll be back.
No, he's still there. I won't say a word.
Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get these questions out of the way because people are sending super chats and I don't want to. Oh my God, Doug! Thank you, Doug and Mandy, and all the others that I have your questions written down. The ones that. So I don't know if he's gonna come back up now. I don't know.
You need to recall him. He'll be back up.
No, this dude is sitting here threatening me, y'all, for real.
But we can't, like, if he's going to deny it, like, we got to just.
You know he's going to deny things like that. But, Ziggy, you need to call him back and get him back up because he'll come back up.
Levitt said, anybody with threats from Benny Keys, please send to True Levitt Crime.
Okay. I'll send everything.
At Gmail.
True Levitt Crime at Gmail.
Yeah, there's Dawn.
Right.
Okay, guys, I want to get these questions. Well, it says device is not connected for some reason. He's trying to come up, but it says that his device is not connected. So maybe it will. Sometimes
he has to get in a different area. Whatever area he's standing in isn't picking it up. He has to get into another area of his house. He's obviously
I guess, Dawn, if you hear me, you're in a if you can
bad location.
Bad location. Because right now it says device is not connected and it won't even let me add you.
Tell him to get closer to the window.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, Sissy.
I do.
Yeah, it's still saying device is not connected. It's just saying, who owns Don's home? Mary Moon says, well, I mean, I think they're wanting Don to answer it. Who owns your home, Don? Who owns? I have everybody's questions starting with Don. Have you been able to locate Jose? So starting, I have everybody's questions written down. I just need to get him up here again. Don, if you hear me, it's saying your devices are not connected. Can you drop and like try again? Maybe I can just go ahead and maybe I can just go ahead and kick him and hopefully he'll try again.
You might have to send him the link.
Well, he has a link and it's the same link. Like he's joining the same. The link hasn't changed.
Okay, so yeah.
What is Benny saying?
No, I am seriously getting text messages from 2 different random numbers right now.
How do you get mud out of spackle?
Seriously, can you stop so Don can? Yeah, I'll stop. Whoever texts me that.
Well,
who's giving my number out?
Not me. If you think it's me, I haven't given your number to anybody. I mean, I think you would know that, but I guess he could maybe call my phone.
Oh, okay. How did you get my number?
There he is. There he is. Okay, guys, there he is. It shows him. Okay. Hey, Don.
Hey.
Okay. I don't know what was happening, but it wasn't letting you join for a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and there's a few questions. So Don, have you been able to locate Jose or any leads on Jose?
I'm not trying to locate him. So he was run off this property a long time ago. Don't want him back.
Well, yeah. No, it's buffering.
Look.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yep. Here
Jose was dumped off here by Allie. He was dumped off here by Allie. Allie got mad. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I can't talk. Everybody keeps calling my phone.
Oh,
I can't
really?
talk because everybody keeps calling my phone over and over and over.
You can also call that phone number that I was texting you from if you wanted to. I don't know if that would help, but you could also like put it on do not disturb. Did you go to Kentucky? Did you go somewhere in Kentucky or something? I don't know how that got.
No, I haven't. There's so much, so many stories and stuff. It's just unbelievable.
Okay.
No.
Did Summer have a favorite place to go besides her swing?
Well, she loved, she loved this property. Anytime the boys, I bought them some motorcycles, and all 3 of them had some motorcycles, and So anytime they'd go running around the yard, we made a track here and we made a track down the bottom property too. We went down there and mowed all the grass down there, and I made a trail all the way around that 2 acres down there. And so, but I mean, she didn't go down there, of course, but up here we made a track around the shed and down and stuff like that. And she would run and follow them on her feet. She could run and keep up with them on her own.
I know. I saw a video. I saw a video of her chasing her little brother.
So strong. Yeah,
so
she is so strong.
like
she loves to run. That's what I'm hoping will save her life. One day, hopefully soon, or something will happen that she just decides to run. I don't know, and just go to somebody and be saved. I don't know. I'm just, she's so full of life and such a good person.
No. Do you think that there's any way that is Candace? I know Candace won't talk, but do you think there's any way do you think there's any way that Candace is not being completely honest with you about the day what happened that day? I don't know if he can hear me right now. Well, Jenna, are you there in Pearl Garden? Hey, Pearl Garden. Okay. I'm just seeing if it was just his phone or if it's... Hey, Dawn, are you there? I wish he knew how to put his phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I think he's good now. Are you there, Dawn? I could call him and just put him on speakerphone if he'd be okay with that.
Next time Benny's calling you, put him on speaker or record the conversation.
Who is that? Who is the man I just heard?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, was there a man in the background?
Benny Keys.
Huh?
Yeah, that was Benny Keys on the phone jumping all over me for calling.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Dawn. Can you hear me?
Okay, good.
Yeah. Just keep your camera off. It will be best, and it will work better. I was just asking you, do you think that there's any way? Could there be any way that Candace has not been honest with you completely about the day that Summer went missing?
There's no way. She's 100% honest. She's 100% honest. There's no way. She's been so brokenhearted. She blames herself because she took her eyes off her for 2 minutes. She's supposed to be in the house. She walked, down the basement. So it's not her fault or my fault that somebody stole her and grabbed her and took her. It's not her fault. It's not my fault. I was at work.
You were at work, right?
Somebody. Well, yeah, somebody come up here and took her right out from under her nose. That's not her fault. And she's hurt. The hell?
Yeah.
She's brokenhearted. I mean, badly. That was her baby. She was my baby. She's dying. Candace is hurt bad. I mean, if you could see that, which you can't, but I see it every day. She's hurting bad.
How has this affected your
That was our baby.
How has this affected your guys' relationship?
Well, we're somewhat okay. We have our moments where we fight. I mean, just like any relationship, I mean, it's hard. It's a tough situation. Yeah. But I realize it's not her fault. It's the person that come up here and took her. That's their fault. it's their fault.
Did so now there still is discrepancy about the Dr. Phil show. Did you guys go on the Dr. Phil show?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we don't know what's going on with it because they're not airing it, so we're like, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that was somebody's question.
I mean, we went actually we went on the Dr. Phil set to film the panel. That's why we was up there.
Yeah. So which one was it that supposedly Candace walked off of? Was it behavioral panel or was it Dr. Phil?
Well, see, Candace done what she was told to do by our manager. Our manager told us that if they start questioning her too heavily or anything, and they start accusing her, whatever way, she has the right to walk away, and she done what she was told to do.
Was that on Dr.
That's
Phil?
all she was doing. The panel, the behavior
But
panel.
the panel said that the panel came out recently and said, I have screenshots that Candace never even went to with you to the panel.
She went. They haven't aired it all yet. They haven't aired the whole thing yet.
Oh well, they're telling everybody. Oh, sorry.
Well, they may not have showed the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, that's up to their discretion. I don't know. I just know what I seen.
Well,
but she was doing, she felt offended. Yeah, she felt offended with some of the questions.
Or that that Candace didn't go. That Candace didn't go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why we went up there was using Dr. Phil's his whatever you call it to meet the behavior panel there. That's what it was all about.
Oh, in California?
Because I guess the behavior panel, yeah, the
I think I should tell him.
Don, are you there? We can't hear you right now, Don. I'm having somebody, you guys, to the people listening, I'm having somebody send me every
No, I'm listening.
Please, if one of the mods can send me every question as far as super chats, or just send me every super chat if you can, because I don't want to not address the super chats, because I know that that's really rude. So if one of the mods can please send me all the super chats. Let me see. If possible. I don't know if Spirit Seeker is here right now. Okay. I have it written down up until the Dr. Phil thing. I can't hear Don right now. I don't know if he knows this, but I could call him. Could just So we've asked him the Dr. Phil thing, kind of. I'm confused on that. It says Prayer Garden is talking to Benny. Are you talking?
She is. She is.
Prayer Garden, what are you talking to Benny about?
Well, I am talking to Benny. Yes, I am. He's called me up and he
So he's calling you and threatening me.
Honey, you ain't the only one getting threatened here.
Oh, what is he calling you about?
He's upset that, that I'm bringing the truth out you know, that I'm bringing the truth out. And Donald knows why. And it's wrong. You know, it's wrong.
I'm so confused right now on why you would be having Benny on the phone.
Because he blowed my phone up and he was upset. And
he's blowing my phone up too, but I'm not talking to him.
He's going to be throwing you off your game right now. Like, he's not wanting. And I don't know what's going on with Don, but I guess I can call. And
who else is on here with us? Ain't Donald still with us?
No, his phone has just.
Well,
hey, it's Ziggy. Hey.
You got the voicemail.
Oh. Did you hear his voicemail? It sounded like it was him, but it was actually like, hello, you've got the voicemail.
Because Benny's calling him up right now, more than likely. You know, saying, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kick him and maybe he'll come back. Maybe don't. Hopefully he'll come back. So, because I still have to ask him a bunch of stuff if he wants to answer him, but I'm confused about the whole behavioral panel and the Dr. Phil thing. That's still very vague. I don't know. But I still have a few questions, like about the relationship with Hunter, about the cat, his home. You guys, I can't bring other creators up on the panel right now. It's already too many people. This was so, I don't even know if he's going to come back, like, to be honest.
Call him up and tell him to come back.
I did try calling. It goes to voicemail.
Donald, answer your phone. Bring yourself up here. Tell the truth. Answer the questions.
Sounds like he's like turned off his phone. Does he do that? Does he turn off his phone sometimes?
He plays that little game. And trust me, he is alive and well. Both of them big eyes.
Well, I know he's alive and well. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, did he turn it off because he doesn't want to be bothered right now?
No, he ain't turning it off. He ain't turning it off. He's just playing a game with you. You know, that's him. That's who they are. Him and Candace are in the background right now.
I need to say thank you to like Janice and Vivian and Big Mama. I'll ask that question. I have let's see who else. Doug from No Thanks and Hakuna. I know, trust me, I know Josh would be respectful. He's as respectful as they come. I'm not saying he wouldn't. Glitter Queen. I did ask that question. So thank you, Glitter Queen. The Lab, thank you for your super chat. He says, you know more than what you're saying, Don. We all know it. Don, what is you and Candace's theory about what happened to your gorgeous baby girl? Okay. Thank you I will ask that if he comes back. Don, do you think, thank you, Joella and Randy. Don, okay, here's Don again. So let me see if there's a way I could turn off his camera.
Anybody home?
Yeah. Hey, if you turn off your camera, it will work. You'll get better reception. Like you did last time. If you can figure it out. It's like
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying if you turn off your camera, then it will give you better reception. If you can figure
out how to do that. Okay.
Well, you did it last time. It's just oh, there you go.
Okay, is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
I tried calling your phone instead, but it kept going to voicemail.
yeah,
So
I hit the wrong button.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
also turn your phone on do not disturb, and people won't be able to.
Right.
I mean, they'll be able to call and you'll be able to see it, but it won't disrupt anything.
Yeah.
So do you know if Candace had a relationship, like an inappropriate relationship with Hunter? Have you heard something like that?
Hell to the no.
That was just a question that somebody was asking. So
There is no way. Are you serious? That
No.
question is just so out of line. That would be like, never mind. Not even gonna go there. Oh my
okay,
gosh.
well, I was just asking you, like, I'm sure you get some like really crazy questions, and you know, but anyways, all right. Did you really try burning a cat?
Wow.
Sorry, I know some of these questions are. I'm just asking you, giving you a chance to respond to them because it's only fair,
Did you?
Man, I'm the biggest animal lover ever. I can't even.
Really?
Man, I
Is
can't
that why
even
you were
go.
trying to light the cat on
I
fire?
can't even. Come on, Jenna.
You were sitting here lying,
Seriously.
Don. Oh my word. I pray that God has mercy on your soul. Candace turned the video around on you.
Wow, Jenna, really?
Oh my
I'm not
word,
gonna argue with
Don.
you because
Because you're lying.
I'm not gonna
You're
argue
lying,
with
and I pray that God has mercy on your
Lying
soul.
about what?
All right. Well, he says that. All right. Hey Don. So somebody was asking, who owns your home? Is somebody's question.
I own this home.
You own it. So you and Candace
Yep.
are on the deed. Is Candace on the deed too?
No.
Just you? Okay.
Yep. If I burned
Okay.
a cat, I mean, wow. I'm not even going to answer that question, Jenna. Okay? I'm not even. I'll just let that one lie where it lies.
Yeah,
We'll
let it
find
lie
out who's
where it
telling the
lies.
truth.
God knows. God knows.
I don't even
I'm
have
going to
to
mute
say
my mic
nothing on that one.
because this man is lying out of
That's
his
a good
teeth.
idea. Hey, you can say what you want. You know what? The truth will come out.
I don't understand this question that I got, but maybe you will, Don. It says, Don, how do you get mud out of spackle? I don't understand that question.
Spackle?
Do you know? Yeah, how do you get mud out of spackle?
We don't buy spackle. We buy mud in bulk. We buy from USG and big companies like that. Big companies. We buy in bulk large amounts of drywall mud. We don't buy spackle. That's pretty funny though.
Okay, I just didn't understand the question because I was like, it was just a question. So
Spackle, like if you're okay, go ahead.
Don, what is you and Candace's theory about what happened to your gorgeous baby girl?
She was abducted. We've been saying that from the beginning, and we will always say that because that's the truth. She was abducted. There's no other two ways about it. People can speculate all day long and forever. The fact is, she's gone. She was abducted. There's no other explanation.
You don't have any.
People can sit here and say, yeah, people have all kind of theories about what a horrible monster I am and this and that and everything. But the fact of the matter is, we love our kids with all our heart. we've done everything for our kids, you know, and as you can see in the videos, we wanted to get them involved in church to save their eternal lives, you know, just like we would do for anybody, all our friends that we love, anybody out there. We'll tell you we love you, and we want you to consider God's plan of salvation, because that's the most important thing in anybody's lives, is to be saved, to be forgiven of your sins. You know, you can see by all the things, the horrible things that people say about me. You know, I'm no angel. I'm far from it. But you know what? If God can save me and the criminal that I am, you know, and then he can save y'all too, because we all have, you know, downfalls. We all have desires. I don't know what your downfall is. I mean, everybody knows what mine are, apparently. That's fine. But you know what? God has been working with me. He says, come as you are. And that's what I've been trying to do, is give God that chance to save me. I'm coming to him as I am, you know, and he's helped me so much to see things for what they really are. And I'm so thankful. And that's what I want my kids and everybody, all y'all, you know, to come to the knowledge of God and realize, you know, there's so many ways that Satan can take us all down. It ain't no joke. We all have desires. We all have our downfalls. I don't care who you are. And we can all be taken out. We all need help. And so it's so important, you know.
I'm trying to slow the chat here. I guess it's kind of, people are saying it's too, I had it on every 45 seconds. Okay, well, that's true. We all have, you know, all have a past. That's definitely true.
Right.
And okay, so another question. John, did you think Jody Sue may have taken Summer?
Like Ronnie Lawson says, everybody's suspect. You know, and, we don't know. Only thing we know is that she's gone. We don't know who took her. We have no idea. I wish we did. That's why we just keep on trying to, you know, do this YouTube stuff. As bad as it hurts, and as bad as everybody's saying and everything else, it still keeps Summer's picture out there. It keeps people wondering and looking and stuff like that. I mean, it really sucks, but I mean, it hurts. People have done a lot of bad things. They've said a lot of bad things, but that's all right. I mean, the important thing is Summer, you know.
That's true. The important thing
and
is
all the kids. It's not just Summer. There's a lot of kids out there that are missing. They've been abducted in a bad situation. And we found out off of one reservation in Oklahoma, there's been 500 kids missing off of one reservation over the years. 500 kids.
Wow.
And there's a similar situation in a reservation in Arizona. What are they doing with all these kids? They're getting more bold. They're getting more evil. We don't know where these kids are going. We don't know what they're doing with them. It's horrible. We can only imagine.
Do you want to clear up the whole fundraiser situation? Was there permit?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the fundraiser? About you know, it was going towards the Summer Reward Fund, the Summer Wells Reward Fund.
Yeah. We have nothing to do with that stuff, and I'm thankful that we don't, because it's, you know, it sounds like a big mess. We have no idea. the guy 423 Chase that done that billboard
Yeah.
and everything. I'm so thankful for him. He put in a lot of his own money and his own. The guys that work under him put in their own money for that. They've been doing all kind of work, working their butts off to try to make this happen and doing everything they can because they're so tore up and over her, just like a lot of people are, just like a lot of you all are, trying to do everything they can to figure out what happened and everything. And I'm not mad, you know. People look at my criminal past and everything, and they think, you know, this and that, and that's fine. Um, but I'm thankful for everybody who's actually, you know, really trying hard to figure out what there's something really going wrong. It's not just my daughter. There's several kids missing, many kids missing. So it's a
Wow.
bad situation.
So I know we already asked about Jody Sue, but this one's kind of piggybacking off that question. But I think I know your answer because you already said, you know, Ronnie Lawson said everybody's a suspect. They said, Don,
Right.
do you think Jody Sue and husband could be involved? Have they looked into?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Have they looked
We have
into
no
Jody
idea.
Sue and her husband? You don't know.
We don't know. We don't know who they've looked into. Because I try to call TBI all the time, and if it's something that seems legit to me, they're like, "Well, damn, we've already been down that road 2 or 3 times." Every time I call them, it's like that, and it's like they're way ahead of me. And, you know, and they can't tell you a whole lot about their investigation because that would ruin it. And so it's just like we're kind of in the dark, just like y'all are. We're in the dark, just like you guys are. And
Man.
so we're confused. We're upset. Yeah, we get pissed off like you guys, and we blame everybody, and we cuss, we swear. You know, it's the same, just like you guys. We do the same thing on a different level. You know, so we can't be mad.
Do you want to comment on whether or not, or can you tell us if Grandma's back?
Yeah, she's back. Yeah.
Is she back for good, or you know?
Well, she had to go help her sister for a while, do some stuff up there and wherever she went to. But she's back. Yeah, that's no secret. I mean, you know, no big deal.
Well, yeah, now it's not a secret now. So, do you still talk to Cher? Do you still talk to Cher?
I haven't talked to her in a while. I mean, I posted that video of me. I told Cher to go give your kiss a husband, then tell her it's from me. And so I posted that video because I thought it was kind of cool, kind of funny, you know. But I mean, at least there's a little bit of light or something, I guess you could say, out of all this bad stuff, you know. I mean, it's kind of a little funny, so I posted that. Not in a while. She's been involved with some other case, I guess, or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while. No.
Okay. Let's see. Somebody's mentioning this. I'm just going to read the comments. So don't shoot the messenger. It's just about that prank phone call thing. It says, who of Candace and your friends knew about the prank call beforehand or before social media knew it was fake? Like of those that have been calling y'all. I don't understand that comment, but that's, I guess, just I don't know if you want to make a comment about the hoax call about you being arrested or.
Yeah, we was just trying to figure out who's who and what's what, you know, and that told all right there. And that let us know everything we needed to know.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
didn't mean to offend anybody. Not trying to hurt anybody. You know.
So somebody's wanting to know if, like I said, I'm just asking the questions, like these questions. I'm not, if there's anything you can always say pass or whatever. But was she abducted by someone you made an arrangement with a week before? I guess they're obviously
Arrangement with? I don't make
Yeah.
arrangements with anybody. I don't play games. I work for a living like y'all, I go to church. I work all the time. I don't, I'm trying to be an upstanding citizen like y'all. And that's it. I'm just trying to teach my kids, right from wrong and to do good. And no.
Okay.
Like I say, I work all the time. That's all I do.
Yeah. Ballady Dog says, I'm spackling nail holes in my walls. Does Dawn have any recommendations for which sandpaper grit is best for finishing? I think it's a legit question.
Depends on what kind of mud you use.
I think it's a legit question.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if you use Bondo that you use on a car, you might want to use like 40 grit. But if you use soft drywall mud, you might want to use 120 grit. That's funny.
Yeah.
It depends on.
I think she was serious.
If you use
too.
concrete, I know. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. You just use soft drywall. I don't know. Yeah, use it depends on what you're using.
Arkansas
sorry,
says,
I wasn't trying.
Oh no, I was just surprised. I mean, it was, it's rare to get like a question like that. I'm sure it's rare for you to get a question like that when we're talking about summer, I'm sure, but
Well, just use light drywall mud and get a real fine drywall sandpaper of some sort, or a drywall sponge works good. Don't, yeah.
So Arkansas asks, Dawn, can you tell us a memory you have? Obviously you've mentioned a few memories, but do you have another memory of summer besides the twirling? We know about how she liked to twirl and stuff. Do you have maybe some kind of I've seen pictures before, you've gone places. I know you worked most the time, so you might have not been able to go to these little excursions and stuff that Candace took. She took a lot of pictures and stuff. Seemed, it's do you have any memories with her fishing or swimming?
No, I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with her, and I never got to take her to work yet. I took the boys to work a lot, and they learned to spot nails, But I was wanting to take Summer, but I never got that chance yet. But any chance I got to take her to the store with me, I would go. She would always get to go with me, and I'd buy her candy to share. I'd say, "Now you got to split this up between the boys," and she would, But there's been one time we was in Target, and she just had to have those. I don't remember what toys they were. And she just had to have them, and they cost a lot of money in Target, And I was like, I just went ahead and bought them for her, and they're still in my truck right now.
Oh.
And she left them in my truck, and they're still in there. And I haven't touched them. I know. And then one time we was at Walmart's, and she wanted some real expensive stuff, and I was like, Summer, you got to settle for something. You got to meet me in the middle somewhere,
Right.
And she finally, after throwing a fit for a while, she's like, "Okay, Daddy, I'll settle for this or that," and I don't know. She was really smart. Oh my gosh, I miss her so bad.
Yeah.
She was compromising. I don't know. She had a big heart.
Miss
Miss her a lot.
What are your and thank you,
Usually,
Broken Charles. Oops, go ahead. Sorry, Don.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna ask somebody's question. They said, "What are your plans from now on to get the boys back?"
Well, we're gonna get those. We're gonna get them back. We just gotta, you know, after all this stuff happened, it was pretty bad up here for a while. It was actually, I've never been on YouTube or anything in my life, and I didn't understand how bad things could get so fast. And people believe this stuff that, when this all first come out about my nieces, what they was saying was horrific. And people believed it. And so it was really bad up here for a while. We had a lot of threats, people coming up here on our property. Um, it was real. I mean, I hate to even think back on it. It was so bad. But yeah, everything's fine. Everything's going good with that. There's no problem with that at all. It's just, we're just, so sick over our daughter. It's just so hard to comprehend. It's so hard to deal with. But we have no choice. We're in it. There's no way out. So we just have to move forward.
Yeah. One comment says, why doesn't he call Ronnie Lawson? Do you talk to Ronnie Lawson ever?
No, I don't talk to him. I do have all their numbers on my phone, from the jail to, all of them. I got all their numbers. We've had to call them up here a few times for various reasons that probably shouldn't get into, but we've had all kinds of wackos show up here, believe me. All kinds.
Hey, would
People
you like to
that
address...
believe.
Oops. Please go ahead. What you were going to say. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Did you want to address so this lady named Dusty, she said she was on a live call with you, and she's trying to find, she says she has proof of it recorded, where you made a joke about a baby doll in a tub, like you were trying to get a hold of her, like she says you were trying to get a hold of her for a whole day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty funny. Yeah. Where she had Ernie the Shell Hunter out there at the racetrack hunting around and saying there's a blue tub, and they seen my car up there. I was at work. Every time she was saying this stuff, I was at work, just like, wow. She was saying all this stuff, getting people going and stuff, and people were believing it, of course. Yeah, it's just
so this
yeah.
whole tub thing is not true with a baby doll? Where you were...
yeah. Someone actually sent my wife a lifelike baby,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually give it to a friend of ours, little girl, because it just was kind of weirding me out. I was like, you got. But since she was doing all that, I think I might have taken a picture, and we actually have blue tubs all over our house for laundry and stuff. So we took that baby doll and put it in the blue tub, and I think I sent her a picture or something like that, just making fun of her or whatever. It was probably not a good idea looking back.
Okay.
But you just get so tired of all this stuff. You're just like,
well, hey, thanks for being honest about it. You could have just said no, that didn't happen.
Right.
So I appreciate you being honest about that.
Yeah.
You know now that was probably a bad idea. So I'm glad that you
probably.
So
yeah, because people just take this stuff on with it. Sorry. Yeah, they do. I realize that now. you got to be so careful about what you say or do.
So Michelle D, thank you for your super chat. She wanted to ask, why aren't you and Candace, searching? Why haven't you guys been searching for your dog
I do
like
search.
other parents do? Is what her question said.
Well, for one thing, she don't know exactly what we do all the time. Number one, I have to hold down a job to pay the bills and take care of my boys, and I got a lot of bills, and so I have to do my job. I have tried to search several times, and it's caused me trouble. Like that one instance where that one little 5-year-old girl was out on the street. I just thought that was, I had to say something, and then that just backfired on me. I went and knocked on the door and says, this little girl's out here by herself on the street. And then the mom got mad because I did that and said I did this and that and tried to coerce the little girl in my truck and all this and that stuff. I couldn't believe that. I run into stuff like that all the time when you're out there trying to search. People get upset that you're in their area. Like they're like, well, why are you looking here? Why don't you go look over there? Kind of thing. They get upset. And
Ziggy, can I
it'd
ask
be
a question?
different if I had people.
Yeah. Dawn, are you done saying what you were saying? I guess Jenna wanted to ask you something real quick. Okay.
Dawn, why does Candace think that you had something to do with Summer being missing?
Why would she think that? That don't make sense.
That's what she told me.
I don't understand where you get that from.
From her mouth.
I don't think so.
Okay. But you do know that we talked every day.
Okay.
Do you not know that? I mean, it's a yes or no question.
I'd say no.
You're sitting here, okay, because I have screenshots of our conversations every day. So you're sitting here telling me that we did not talk every single day.
I never said that. I don't know what you're trying to say. Sometimes.
No, Candace told me out of her own mouth that she thinks you had something to do with Summer being missing.
Well, I don't know that because I haven't ever heard that. You have to show me. I mean, I don't know.
Just like when I said about the cat, you sat there and lied straight through your teeth, how much you wasn't trying to burn smokers.
Why do you want to call me a liar? I don't understand.
Because Don, I'm sorry,
you know what?
You're lying.
Okay, well let me explain something to you. Me and Candace was sitting here and she was joking around. I was trying to light a candle and she said, "Don't burn the cat," and we was just playing around. Why would you take that all serious and
She
turn
turned
it around?
The camera around, Don, and you was trying to light the cat on fire.
Seriously? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does sound crazy, don't
why
it?
You're trying to do this.
Because I'm telling the truth.
It really does.
And it's amazing how you can just sit there and lie. That's the only question I had. I'm done talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably should be.
Okay. How did somebody had a question about how did Summer's puppy die?
Summer's puppy's still alive.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aussie Trisha. She said, thank you for your super chat. She said, far too many armchair experts out there. Well, thank you for your super chat. And after I get through the questions and stuff, I might let I'll might let the lab on, but there's so many questions. It's just like I have to get through everybody's questions. And I don't know how he would have time. So hey Don, did you hear what Mary said that about the dog thing? Wait, about the dog thing, did you hear what she said? It's pretty.
The dog
You stuck
thing.
your that you stuck your finger in the dog's ass. She said the dog was crying,
Oh
and you came
wow,
in the room and you had your finger in the dog's ass. That's what they're talking about. Yeah.
It's
wow.
kind of embarrassing to
I've
say.
never
That's why
heard
I
that.
was like, yeah. She said that when
I've never heard that.
she said she caught you when you were 13, doing something like that with the dog.
Huh. I think that's her. I think that was Jr. That's her sister's son, Jr. See, she don't want to talk about. See, her sister's husband used to molest her, but she don't want to talk about that. She don't want her side of the family to get hurt or whatever. She don't want to talk about the guy that really molested her. Or anything like that. And I don't know why. I mean, she wants to protect her side of the family, but she wants to attack our side of the family. I don't know
You guys,
why.
you
I don't know
guys,
why she wants to be hateful
Abigail,
like that.
Abigail, your super chat was not ignored. I'm still going in order. I'm like way behind. That's what I think. Hold on, let me see. No, Abigail, I just haven't got to yours. Yours is the next one. So, yeah. Trust me, somebody's sending me all super chats. They're sending me through message so that I don't. I'm just going in order. We're just behind. Sorry about that. So you're saying that did not occur with a dog or?
I'm gonna say no on that.
Okay. Dawn, did Summer call your ex-wife grandma?
She don't even know my ex-wife. All Summer knows is right here in Eastern Tennessee. This is where she was born, and this is where she was raised for 5 years. I held her for 5 years straight in my arms every day of my life until the day she come up missing.
Yeah, because your ex-wife did a interview with a I don't know who, but it was just an article where she stated
Well,
that
she says everybody calls her grandma or whatever. That's fine. I mean, if she wants to be seen as grandma, just let her go with that. That's fine.
how many years older than you was she, or is she?
She's like 13 years older than me.
Wow.
I met her when I was really young, and I was young, and you know, my life with my step family, it was rough for all of them. I'm not trying to say that anything bad. It was just rough for all of us. It was a bad situation. It was just for
There
all
was
of them, for all of
there was
us.
a lady that came up on my panel who said that she was your childhood neighbor, and she said that when you were a kid, you were abused really bad. So it must have been when you were with your stepdad. And she
Yeah,
said they used to feel really bad for you. And she said that you would confuse your last name. You didn't know what to write. You didn't know whether to write Wells or Lawson. Do you know what she's talking about?
I have no idea.
Why
I
would
have
somebody
no
think your
idea.
last name?
But yeah,
Where did Lawson come from?
I have no idea. When I was, when I was young, when our parents divorced, we were forced by the courts to leave Utah and go live with our stepdad in Kentucky. So we were ripped out of our home and forced to go to Kentucky in a very bad situation. And my stepdad acted like he hated my guts. But he treated my sister, my real sisters, he treated real good. And I couldn't understand at the time what was going on. But now I understand the whole picture. He didn't want me around because, for obvious reasons. But I don't want to get into all that. You can use your imagination on all that.
Yeah. So you don't know, you're not related to any Lawsons?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean,
Because
my dad
she
ran
seemed
away from.
really believe. Huh?
My dad ran away from Virginia when he was really young. He went to Bristol, Virginia, or Bristol, Tennessee, and he was starving to death. And he asked a lady at the hamburger joint if he could work for some food or whatever, and she called the law on him. So they took him to jail, and they asked what he was doing. And he says, "I'm running away from home because things are just so bad." And so they fed him and everything, let him out of jail, and he was sitting there trying to get some food again. And a race car driver pulled up and bought him a hamburger and fries and stuff, and took him out of Bristol, Virginia, and took him out west. They went out west, and Dad joined the army. He lied about his age. Ended up in the Korean War, and so that's how he got his. Ended up in the military.
Huh. Well,
And worked.
that's really confusing about, because this lady was like, she said that you were living with your stepdad. He was really abusive. He was really, really abusive too,
Yeah,
like really bad,
he was.
like horribly.
He was.
And she said it was really, really sad. She said she'd see marks on you and all that. And
Yeah.
she must have been here. I don't know. I mean, she must have been young. She looked like she might have been a little bit older than you, but not by a lot. Not any more than 10 years. She just said
Right.
that when you were a kid, she said something about milk crates or something like that, and like you would write the kids' names on. I was so confused, but she said that you would have a hard time. You didn't know whether to write Wells or Lawson, and I was like, well, that's really interesting. I wonder where the Lawson plays in.
Supposedly we're related but I wouldn't know about it because I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I mean, I went
Abigail,
back and forth from there. The courts let me finally go back to my dad, and then I had my step family to deal with, and they didn't want me in the picture, and so it was just bad. No matter what side of the family I was on from that point on, it was just neither side wanted me, you know. So it was just I was pretty screwed up. I mean, I run the streets when I was young because it was better than being home.
well, that's horrible. I'm sorry. Abigail Redmond said, Dawn, does Summer have a routine with Candace during the day? If you don't know, how
Yep,
about when you got
day.
home? What was that routine?
Yeah,
and,
they
like,
had
also,
a routine
like,
every day. Yeah. Well, while I was at work every day, they got to go out and do fun stuff, and I would get mad, and you know, but I realized, you know, they got to go out and do stuff every day together, and whatever it was, they just go out. You know, I got that Subaru for them, for the kids mainly, for schooling and stuff, and so they got to do a lot of fun stuff, and so I wasn't mad about that, even though stuff wasn't getting done around the house or whatever. They still got to do a lot of fun stuff together, and I'm so thankful for that now. A lot of good pictures and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and I saw somebody in the comments said, "I wish Tiffany Marie said I wish Tiffany Marie was doing this interview." Well, I can promise you, Tiffany Marie would not be able to stay like calm like I'm doing, and he might not have stuck around. So, thank you, Linda.
Right.
I just take that kind of I'm like what's that supposed to mean? You know, I wish Tiffany Marie was doing this interview. I mean, right now I'm doing it, so that's just how it is. You know what I mean? You know, maybe someday he'll end up in Tiffany Marie's, but this just happened. It just happened to happen. And it was impromptu. We had no idea that you'd come here. You know.
Yeah, I didn't either. But
Linda,
I mean, I don't know.
Linda says, well, thank you, Linda, for your super chat. And if Don's still around after I get through everybody's super chat questions, because if he's still able to stick around and the lab wants up, I can let the lab up. But right now I have to get through these questions. So anyways, Gigi asks, did they do the Dr. Phil show and were they paid? So we already kind of asked this, but I didn't ask you if you were paid.
No. No. We used his we talked to the panel up there. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen with the Dr. Phil show. We have no idea. And not only that, I can't really talk about that stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
so
I'm sorry. I don't want to mislead y'all, but
Right.
I can't really talk about it.
Okay. Can you say whether or not Candace got if Dr. Phil paid for Candace's teeth? Are you able to comment on that or not?
They did do some work on her teeth, but it wasn't like, I see. I don't, there again, I don't want to say anything good or bad. I don't want to say anything that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I mean,
what Roger Stone, thank you for your super chat. He says, what street and house were you working on when Summer went missing? I don't know if you're able to say, like,
well,
I mean,
that's another one of them questions. Because I'm not supposed to, because the builders I work for and everything asked me not to mention any of that stuff, because that's where, they're already upset with me because we've done some stuff up there on their job sites already on the news and everything. And that's one of them things. The streets ain't even listed because they're brand new. They're not even on maps or anything because it's all brand new stuff anyway. But yeah, there's subdivisions and builders that they don't want me to mention them whatsoever. So it's one of them things I can't really comment on.
All right. Well, Crowdsourced Illusion said, would you do a reading to help find Summer with Donna Serafina?
Well, the thing about that is the Bible and God is extremely against that kind of stuff. God wants us to come to him for that kind of stuff, not that kind of stuff. He's extremely against it, and I have to go with God on that. He's the ultimate authority. He's God. So I have to respect God that way. And you know what I mean? That's what it says in the Bible. That's why we've never allowed them people to come up here in the first place, and why we had almost days down there on the bottom property with guns, and the cops got called and all kind of stuff. No disrespect, not trying to say anything bad about them, but God says no way, and I have to respect God because he's our God.
Yeah. Somebody's deleting comments, guys. Like, we don't delete comments here, like silly comments about asking for the lab to come up with stuff. I don't know why those comments are being deleted. Please don't delete silly comments. Like, I mean, there's no reason for those to be for people to be timed out for questions like that. So please don't time out people for.
I was trying to figure out how to turn my camera on to take a picture of this cat.
Now you can't figure out how to turn it back on, huh?
Well, I got a cat right here. Keeps messing with me, but I pet it all the time.
So is the lab still here? I've got down finally to my last question. He can come up. I mean, if he's just obviously, I know he will be. I know he'll be respectful, so I'm not worried about the lab. Don, the Glamorous Life wants to say, this is random, but I'm Jewish and I appreciate the Seventh-day Adventists celebrating the real Sabbath.
Awesome.
Prayers for your family and God bless.
Awesome.
And thank you so much
to
G Crime G. So yeah, the lab can come up. That's fine once I see them. But here, I'll drop the link. And I don't know if Jenna or Prayer Garden want to say anything to Dawn. I finally got caught up on the questions that. Oh, somebody was asking, how come you haven't been cleared yet? As far as with, obviously with your daughter's, disappearance.
I think I am cleared. I have all kinds of clearance. For one, my cell phone and where it pinged at. Number two, my Subaru I was in and where the Starlink, all that was pinging at and where I was, and everything.
What?
Plus my boss.
Misunderstood. What are you talking
coworker.
about? Okay, so you think that you are cleared? I just have to. You feel like you are cleared. You just haven't been officially cleared yet, is what you're saying. Misunderstood. I don't appreciate your comment saying you act funny because Dawn is on your panel. You're the shit, and you're not. Well, misunderstood. You can kiss my ass. Do you think seriously? You guys, we have to be. There's a way you have to treat people when they're on their panel to get. I mean, he's not going to come up here and talk if this is the same thing I went through when I had Prayer Garden on my panel, because I was respectful with Prayer Garden. You guys don't understand. There's a way you treat people if you want them to answer your questions. You can't sit there and just attack them. So, anyways, Olive Juice. So yeah, misunderstood. I don't expect to be having any more crazy emails from you either, because you email me all the time. So I find it very rude. I mean, in left field that you would say something like that, and why you would say something like that is just crazy. I don't understand why you would think that, because I didn't have. I mean, I have there's a bunch of people asking questions. If I let somebody else up on panel at that time, we wouldn't have got through the questions, and there would have been a lot of mad people. Don, the behavioral panel said they went to Kingsport, Tennessee, not Dr. Phil's studio. Is what
they went to both. Yeah, they went to both. Yeah, we done one. They haven't showed the other one yet. I think they're waiting for whatever reason. I don't know why. But yeah, one was shot here in Kingsport and the other one was in Los Angeles. But I don't know why. I'm probably not supposed to say that. I hope they don't get mad at me. But I think they're going to air another one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But as far as the haters out there, as far as them haters out there, I understand that they're always going to be there. They're little kids. They haven't grown up yet. They don't understand, yet. They're always going to be there, no matter what. If it wasn't this, it would be that. And if it wasn't that, it would be this. You can't make them happy no matter what you say.
Right.
So
I get it. I get it. They're mad because people are mad because people are mad because I'm being respectful towards you. They want me to rip, you a new asshole, I think. And it's like, well, I can't do that because, you're not going to come up here and answer questions if we're, rude. It's not going to get anywhere. We're asking questions. If we want him to answer questions, we have to, you know what I mean? So
it's not going to help find summer. It's not going to help anything.
They're mad. I mean, there's people mad that I'm not treating you the way they want me to treat you. And it's like, that would last about, you guys, probably 30 seconds or a minute. And then he would be, he might talk a little shit himself and then just leave. Okay. So, anyways, thank you, Lab, for coming up. Sorry that you had to wait and stuff. I just had to get through those questions.
It's fine. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, of course. Like, I don't mind like sharing the panel with other creators. I just want, what I mean? Like, it's not that. I just want to get through the questions. People pay super chats and I hate when I see creators like get super chats and they ignore people's super chats. It's rude.
Your show, your rules.
Exactly. So I didn't expect Dawn to come up I didn't think he would. So yeah. Thank you, Castelline.
Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me talk because they want to talk, but
This
I
channel
don't know.
is, they know this. Like, I have to say this over and over again, that I let all different opinions up here. It's not just like one side. Now, I have my opinions, but when I'm trying to, I let other opinions on the panel, and I'm respectful of their opinions. But go ahead, Lab. I'm gonna go use the bathroom while you're talking. If you have some things to ask.
Sure. Hi, Don. My name is Josh. It's nice to talk to you. I've never talked to you before, but I've been following this
You
case
too,
for a while.
buddy.
Now, I won't
Right on.
lie to you. I've been critical of you,
Right.
and
Okay.
suspicious of the entire
Well,
situation.
most people have, brother.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
it is what it is. Now, my question, that I've always wanted to ask you is, do you understand why people think that you guys aren't being fully transparent? I mean, does that make sense to you in the
Well,
public?
yeah.
Because when I ask that question, it just seems as though it almost seems just impossible that nobody knows anything more than she was just taken.
Yeah, it does. It does, and I've heard that from so many people, and I get it. I really do. It just seems it does. It seems that way. And the only difference is, I mean, I know my wife. I know where I was, and we definitely know for a fact she was abducted because she's not here. I know that, and my wife knows that, but to prove that to y'all, that's a whole nother ball game.
When was the last time that you spoke to law enforcement?
It's probably been a couple weeks ago, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about them. I mean, they have their job to do. I've blown up on them a few times. I get frustrated. I get mad. I say stuff I don't mean. I'm so upset. I say bad stuff. I cuss. I don't mean to, but at least I'm being real. I'm telling you how my feelings. I freaked out a few times, and I've say stuff about law enforcement because I'm upset. But I don't know what they're doing exactly.
Well, another question.
They tell me
go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you.
No, I was just going to ask another question, but I want you to finish your answer. I do.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to answer that. What was the question again? Sorry.
Well, let me, because I don't have a lot. I don't want to take up too much of Ziggy's time, but I do want to ask.
You're fine.
Well,
you're fine. I just want to make sure I'm asking people the super chat questions. Besides that, I'm good. Like you can take over. Like
just a couple. Are you related to Ronnie Lawson? Is he your cousin?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean,
have you heard that rumor?
I was saying earlier, my dad. I have heard that. As far as I know, I'm not related to him.
So you have no relationship.
But my dad run away. No.
And also, a couple weeks ago, you did an interview that with one of the local stations around there, and Ronnie Lawson also chimed in, and he did refute almost everything that you claimed. How do you feel about that? I don't know if you saw that.
Well,
he said there were no other
I can do about that. Yeah. There ain't
he said there was no other missing children. He said the scream was unfounded. He said that the dogs did find the trail, and that. So I'm just wondering, what is your response to that? I mean, he's saying everything, each key point. He's saying people aren't missing there. Yeah. Nobody else is missing.
Yeah, not from this area. That's true. That's true. There hasn't been any other kids come up missing from this area, and that bothers me. But I know that there are a lot of missing kids from Eastern Tennessee, in this area, not in particular Beach Creek area. But I do know what happens on our street, and I do know what kind of stuff happens. Ronnie Lawson doesn't live on our street. He don't know what happens here around here on a day-to-day basis. I do. I mean, we live here. We see what goes on down the road. And
well, Ronnie Lawson's been the sheriff for a really long time. Really long time.
He's what?
And he's been the sheriff there for quite some time. Ronnie?
I misunderstood you, buddy.
I said Ronnie Lawson, the sheriff, has been the sheriff there for a really long time.
No, he really hasn't. When he come into power, when he first come into power here, he busted a lot of drug stuff around here. He shut a lot of stuff down when he first come into power. I remember I was here. But since he's been in power, I mean, I don't know what all they've done, but I mean, I try not to get involved with what's going on around here. I just try to stay out of the drug scene and everything. But I'll say this. The last 7 people I've hired in a row, I've fired for being on dope. If that tells you any damn thing.
Well,
okay, I don't have nobody working with me currently because I can't find nobody that doesn't do dope. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have that kind of crap on my job, or you can't use somebody like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Like calling the kid black. You guys use drugs. You ain't gonna hire somebody that's doing drugs, but you do them yourself.
I don't use drugs.
Hey, wait. Prairie Guard. No, I'll let you get back to it. Let me just streamline this really fast because I'll let you guys have a history and I don't, and I want to just get out of the way. But I do have a couple more questions. So
okay, where are you from, brother?
I'm from California.
Where are you from? Are you from? Okay, you live in California, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Certainly.
All right.
And
you don't live here in Tennessee. Okay.
But we have drugs here too. That's not.
Well, I know. I just left LA. I just left LA. I know all about it. I seen it all. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there.
It's not just an Eastern Tennessee thing. It's a United States thing. And I mean, I would venture myself to be somewhat cultured and do understand certain areas. And I'm not saying that you don't have a drug problem, but the fact is that Ronnie Lawson did say that you have little to no traffic going up your road. What do you say to that?
He don't live on my road.
I understand.
He don't live on our road, brother.
Well, I understand.
He does not live on my damn road. He lives in town in some nice house somewhere. He don't live on my road.
But he wouldn't have an idea of it. He just has.
I know my road. I know my road better than Ronnie Lawson does. I'll tell you like that. I'm not trying to be against him or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that took the pictures of that red truck. I'm not trying to go against the man, but I will say I live on my road. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be against law enforcement or anything else. I'm not trying to dispute what they say or anything else. But I'm not naive either.
And so what you're basically saying is that, there is a lot of traffic on your road.
There was, there ain't now.
Right.
I don't know. I work every day, but as far as I know, the traffic isn't as bad as it was because every chance I get when I'm on the news or anything else, that's what I talk about. And it's slowed down a lot as far as I know. I don't know for sure. But hell yeah, I'm trying to slow it down. I'm trying to stop it. I'll do anything I can. I hate that stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want my kids to be around it. It's wrong.
Sure. Do you think that they're gonna, in your opinion, railroad you for this? Do you think that that's what's gonna happen?
You can't do that with no evidence. That's impossible, bro. How can you do that?
I don't know. I don't know what evidence they have. I don't know.
They don't have no evidence, and there's no way they could ever have evidence because it's impossible.
Yeah.
Proof
of life is evidence, and there's nothing suggesting that she's actually alive, is there?
Well, no, we don't have no evidence of anything. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I wish we did. If we
Well,
knew
look,
what happened
Don,
to her, we'd be all over
and
her.
I have said this. I don't know what happened, and I don't know if you did anything. I don't know if Candace did anything. I know that Summer
I don't know
is
if you've
gone.
done anything.
Well, see
I don't know
that's
if you come down here and know something.
yeah, right. Well, that's kind of a sidestep, right? Because I mean,
Well, I mean,
you
come on.
wouldn't you be the suspect and not me? I mean, I live in California.
I don't
Your
know
kid's
where
the one
you've
that went
been at.
missing, not mine, Don.
It sounds like you're kind of being a little freaking kind of a little bit out there, dude.
No, I'm just
Yeah, my
asking.
kid's missing, but
I'm just asking.
I don't know what the
And
hell
letting
you're
you
trying to
answer.
ask, dude.
I'm trying to ask you if you know if more happened than what you've told.
If I knew what happened to my daughter, I would be all over it, and she would be home. If I knew anything, she would be here with me. I love my daughter with all my heart. I mean, I know everybody, I don't know why everybody tries to implicate or say that I've done this or I've done that. I don't understand why that has happened so bad. I don't get it. I don't understand that. Yeah, I do have a criminal past. And I'm not going to lie to you. But when I got my kids, I fell in love with my kids. I understand that kind of stuff. Why do you think we was in church? Why do you think I took my kids to church? Do you think I'd waste my time to go get in church if I was still a criminal? No, I want them to be non-criminal. Why do you think that? That's why I drugged them there. You know?
Well, look, I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just asking questions.
I
You're free
understand,
to,
and I
you're
get
free to
it,
answer
and
them or
I'm
not.
trying to answer to the best of my ability.
I understand that. And I appreciate you answering
I
my
do
questions because
understand.
you don't have to. And I get that. And I
No,
appreciate
it's
it. I really
good.
do.
I appreciate you. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to get upset. I get it. I understand why people think the way they think, and I do understand the criminal element, and that's why I try so hard. We sit here at night. God says He wants us all to read Scripture morning and night. That's because God understands our human brain. We go out in left field right away. If we ain't in them scriptures morning and night, we're gone quickly. We forget real fast. God understands that. That's why He said morning and night. And that's what I try to do with my kids. Every morning before they even went to school, sometimes I do my best to try to at least read one chapter or something. I've done my best. It's hard, that's real tough. We've been reading The Great Controversy. We got through to chapter 4, I think, or something, and try to read with them every day because I want them to understand what's coming. This world's getting evil fast. The United States was built on Christian principles. That's why God blessed this country for 200 years. Well, Christianity's going away fast. The mob rules, or the majority rules. Well, the majority now is not Christianity. Proof of that is, they got Biden in there. They got rid of Trump. I mean, that's proof right there of what we're facing.
Yeah, look, Don,
our country's in big trouble.
I am sympathetic to your situation, and if you had nothing to do with it,
thank you.
My apologies to you if I offended you.
No, you're good. You're good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, before that though, one last question.
Okay, buddy.
I when I sit there and hear leaked phone calls, and I'm not for people recording people secretly, and that seems to have happened a lot here.
Right.
But I have heard you talk very derogatory about certain women in your life, and I'm not going to bring those people up. But
yeah, that's fine.
That really to me, that really undercuts the Christian
Right.
aspect of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
so what
I
do you
was
say to that? Is it
explaining
just, is
to
it
them.
is it a temper thing? You just feel pushed to the wall? I get that.
Well, you can push almost anybody to the point. I mean, yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I might blow. I'm trying, but yeah, I have points where I just I lose it and I get mad, and that's what I know best is my cuss words. I'm sorry.
I understand.
I'm far from perfect. I've said some things. You know, a man would be so much better off if he never even knowed a woman, period, in his lifetime. That's all I can say for that. That's the biggest downfall of any man is to, not trying to say anything bad about no women, because there's some good women out there, but that's a big downfall for a man is a woman. I'm not trying to be mean to women. There's a lot of good women out there. Not trying to be mean.
No.
But there's what's up? That's kind of a trick question. I'm sorry. I need to back off that one.
No.
All right. Hey, Don, thanks for answering my questions. I appreciate it. And you know what? I hope you prove people wrong. I hope that, I hope Summer's found, and I hope she's found alive. Now, like I said,
brother, I'm hoping we can all pull together, for the sake of all these children. I mean, and all the evil stuff in this world. There's so much evil. There's so many. We live in an evil world. I mean, all the fallen angels that were kicked out of heaven are here on this earth trying to mess with us all every day, constantly. Just, we all have our demons, every one of us.
Don, I wrote a letter to Summer, that circulated around the internet. And I don't know if you ever heard it or not. But I come from a really rough place as well. That's why I kind of got into this thing. And,
right.
I don't know what happened to Summer, but I know whatever happened to her wasn't fair. And I pray to God that you and Candace had nothing to do with it. But until you understand, until she's found alive and safe, the finger will always be pointed at you. You understand that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Until there is somebody else, until there's somebody else on the radar, until there's, evidence of something else, even you say that she's been abducted. TBI says they see no evidence of that.
TBI. Okay. TBI and law enforcement are allowed to lie. They might throw you off one way or whatever. You don't know exactly what they're really thinking. You just don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even call them anymore, because I don't know if they're telling me, what they're trying to really tell me, because they're allowed to lie all they want to. That's
it's an interrogation. It's an interrogation tactic, because usually the people that they're dealing with aren't always forthcoming, and you have to break people apart and get their stories. That's why they separate everybody. That.
I have some serious theories, and I can't even talk about them because that might throw off TBI's investigation, and they might be looking into exactly what I'm thinking, but I can't say nothing about it because that'll screw everything up. And I've made that mistake in the past so many times about what I'm really thinking, and I've tried to tell that to TBI, and they're like, "Oh, no," but they really could be thinking about on the same page I am. I don't know. It's just a game. It's a serious game with someone's life at stake. So I can't even talk about my theories or anything else any longer.
Yeah, one that you and Candace are playing. That's the game right there.
I'll let you guys go get back to it. Don, thanks for answering my questions. Like I said, I hope that I'm wrong from being critical of you, and I do apologize for that. It's just I want to
No,
keep your
it's all
daughter's
good,
name out there.
brother. It's all
I want to
good.
keep your daughter's name out
I
there.
understand how it looks. I
Yeah,
understand
sure.
how it looks, and it's all
I
good.
understand.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you.
God
Take care.
bless.
Ain't
All
no
right.
good.
All right, bye.
What? Bye bye.
Thank you, Josh. Okay, so I have a Tiffany Marie wants to ask you something. She wants to ask anytime you need to go, Dawn, just say it's fine. You know, you can always come back another night if you want, and if you need to go. But
No, it's fine.
okay.
No, it's fine.
Tiffany Marie says the refrigerator. I'm just reading exactly what she wrote me. So she said the refrigerator on the
Okay.
property that he has on the property, it was next to the back door in the beginning of the investigation. It's moved now. Will you ask first where the refrigerator door is?
I don't know what she's talking about because we had that one old black refrigerator out there. We took the door off it because kids can get trapped in a refrigerator if take the door off. But we just set it out there. The damn thing still works, but it was never by the back door that I'm aware of, that I can remember. I don't know.
Okay, so you took off the refrigerator. You took off the refrigerator door so the kids want to get stuck in it. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we took the door off of
That's
it.
law.
Okay.
That's law. You have to take the door off of a refrigerator when you throw it out, or you're getting in trouble.
The rest of her question says the freezer door is on. Why? Okay, so she said the refrigerator door is off, but the freezer door is on. And she said why there are bullet holes through the freezer door right now, but there weren't any during the
shot
search.
the hell out of it.
Okay, so that was recently.
No bullet holes?
Yeah, because it says why are there bullet holes through the freezer door right now, but there weren't any during the search?
Oh, I don't have any idea. I don't know.
You just shot you.
That's
were just
pretty observant.
He shot the hell out of it.
Though, because I mean, yeah, I mean, we shoot the hell out of everything.
And then she says, why was he hitting the refrigerator and taking out aggression on it with a metal shovel?
Oh, I was showing. Summer and the boys used to beat it. It sounds like a drum actually. And I was just showing them what the kids used to do. That's all I was doing. I was just showing them how it sounded like a drum. Because that's what Summer and the kids were doing.
Okay. So Diane McCall, thank you for your super chat. She asked if she can go on panel. Maybe in a few, remind me. Remind me in a few, maybe. Lucky Charm says, Don, do your boys want to come home?
Of course they do. Of course they do.
I guess that there's a rumor out there that's going around that Candace is saying to some people that the boys do not want to come home. That's where
that is a fear, that we have, that they're someplace better and they might not want to come home or whatever. Yeah, of course we're scared of that. Any parent would be worried about something like that.